The story behind the hymn "It Is Well With My Soul" is one of deep personal tragedy, profound faith, and the remarkable resilience of the human spirit. Written by Horatio G. Spafford in 1873, the hymn has become a source of comfort and inspiration for millions, but its origins are rooted in one of the most heart-wrenching losses a man can endure. Background of Horatio Spafford. Horatio Spafford was a prominent lawyer and businessman in Chicago. He was also a devout Christian and a close friend of the renowned evangelist Dwight L. Moody. Spafford's life before the events that led to the hymn seemed idyllic. He had a successful career, a loving wife, Anna, and 5 children. However, his faith would soon be tested in unimaginable ways. In 1871, the Great Chicago Fire devastated the city, destroying much of Spafford's real estate investments along the shores of Lake Michigan. While this loss was financially crippling, it was only the beginning of the trials the Spafford family would face. The tragedy at sea 2 years later, in 1873, Spafford decided to take his family on a much-needed vacation to Europe. They planned to join Moody and Ira Sankey, another evangelist, in their revival meetings in England. However, due to some last-minute business obligations, Spafford was delayed. He sent his wife Anna and their 4 daughters Annie, Maggie Bessie, and Tanetta ahead on a French steamship, the SS Ville du Havre. He intended to follow them shortly. Tragically, the Ville du Havre collided with another vessel, the Loch Earn, in the mid-Atlantic. The Ville du Havre sank in just 12 minutes. Anna was found floating on a piece of wreckage, unconscious but alive. However, their 4 daughters perished in the disaster. Upon reaching Cardiff, Wales, Anna sent a telegram to her husband with the haunting words, "Saved alone, what shall I do?" Crushed by the news, Spafford immediately set sail for England to join his grieving wife. It was during this journey, as his ship passed near the spot where the Ville du Havre had sunk, that Spafford is believed to have penned the words to "It Is Well With My Soul." Despite the overwhelming grief of losing his children, Spafford's faith in God remained strong. The hymn expresses a deep sense of peace and surrender to God's will, even in the midst of unimaginable loss. The opening lines, "When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul," are particularly poignant. They reflect both the calm and the turmoil Spafford felt during that time, his faith steadfast, even though the sea billows of sorrow were overwhelming. Legacy of the hymn. After this tragedy, Spafford and his wife had more children, though they continued to face hardship, including the death of a son. In 1881, the Spaffords moved to Jerusalem, where they established the American Colony, a Christian community dedicated to serving the poor. Their lives became a testament to their belief in God's providence, even through suffering. "It Is Well With My Soul" was set to music by Philip Bliss, another famous hymn writer of the time, and was first sung in public by Bliss himself. The hymn has since become a timeless anthem of faith, sung in churches around the world. The message of the hymn at its core, "It Is Well With My Soul," is a hymn about trusting God in the midst of trials and sorrow. It captures the idea that, while life may bring tragedy and suffering, peace can still be found through faith in God. Spafford's ability to say "It is well with my soul" in the face of such loss serves as a reminder that faith can provide strength and solace, even when the world feels like it's falling apart. This hymn, born out of grief, has touched countless lives, offering hope and comfort to those who have faced their own trials and tribulations.